read this disclaimer. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time you're watching this video. This is Ed FX Trader for another video update, and really and truly it has been far too long. It has really been far too long. 3 months have passed, a quarter has ended, and we are about to enter into the fourth quarter of the year, October, November, December, which are trending months, and so we should really see some great moves in the market that we want to capitalize on. So I must apologize for not sending out the monthly updates, and so this update will be for a 3 month update, so it will be a little longer, but we'll get to the point as quickly as possible. Before I show you my performance, I want to just quickly give you two trade setups that I am either already in or looking to get in. Right? So here before us we have the Great British Pound versus the Japanese Yen, and I am looking at the weekly time frame right up here, the weekly time frame. Right now, I've already started to trade this pair, and so I'm already in it and stuff. But when it comes on to the forex market, if you are able to just see the pattern in the market, you can make a lot of money, and you can just trade based on the pattern that you see. So before us, whenever you go in front of the market, one of the things that you need to do is that you just need to zoom and see what the market is doing. That's weird, strange. I wonder where that is. Let me see some. Okay, interesting. Right, if you are able to just zoom in and just see what the market is doing, believe me, and you're able to see the pattern by just putting in some lines, sometimes that is all that is needed, and you just trade what you see. So when it comes on to the pound yen, for months, for a few years, there was a pattern like this that was happening in the market. This market was following this pattern. I'm going to show this to you. And once we recognize this pattern, we were just trading it. If you can see here, just by looking at it, put it about here. Okay, starting from 2017, right, in January of 2017, this market was operating in this pattern, whereby whenever the market touches the top, comes to the top, it went down. Touches, comes near to, at, around, or touches the top of this line, it went down. Right, so we would sell every time the market does this. Whenever the market comes to the bottom, touches, whenever the market comes near to or touches, up arrow, whenever the market comes near to or touches the bottom of this, it went up. And so, you know, traders, investors that identified that pattern, all you needed to do, especially position traders, they will just place one trade and walk away from it, and that would have made 8,000 pips. So with a standard lot, right, that would have been 80,000 US dollars. Right, with a mini lot, that would have been 8,600 and 8,065 US dollars, and with a micro lot, that would have been 86 dollars. Now, when it touches the bottom, you just buy back to the top, and this was 11,000 pips, right? 1,190 pips. keeps going up. With a standard lot, that would have been 11,900 US dollars. With a mini lot, right, that would have been $1,190, right? And with a micro lot, that would have been $190. Okay. Now, what you seek to do here is to just identify the pattern, right, and just trade the pattern, right? Now, so bringing up the current month, I remember I was looking to trade this because I saw the pattern, and I was right here in May of this month. So I was like, well, when the market touches it, it should go up. So eventually, which what always happens, there's a time when the market breaks out of the pattern, and that was what the market did in May of this year. It broke out of the pattern, and so I intended on buying, but the market decided that it had other plans, and so it broke out of the pattern. So somewhere, so I took a loss in that month. So this line was acting as support. It was pushing the market up, and support in the market normally comes resistance, and so the market broke out. Now watch this carefully. This line was pushing the market up. Now that same line pushed the market down right there, because in forex trading, support oftentimes becomes resistance, and so the market went down, broke out of that channel, went down, and then went to here, and then we sold it because support became resistance. Now, what do we see here now? Well, so I realize that this pattern no longer is in place, and so I can no longer look to trade that. Okay, so what is the market doing now? How can we make money from what the market is doing now? Don't know why my computer is freezing, whatever reason. What can we do now and make money? What is the market doing now? Delete our hours. Okay, so I looked at this again and I said, but wait, there is another channel here. Is the market obeying this channel now? When the market comes near or touches that, here is the channel. So the market shifted from one channel into another channel, and it's the same thing. When it touches the top, it goes down, as you can clearly see. When it touches the top, it goes down or comes near to. We're right at the top now, so what should we expect the market to do? Well, I can only expect the market to do what it has been doing, and that is to go down. So I am looking to sell the pound yen. Now, remember I talked to you about support becoming resistance. So is the market going to go down now, or is the market going to come up first, right, hit the back side of this support line? I'm going to highlight it in a different color. I'm going to put it in red. Is the market going to go up first? Go up to here first? Is the market going to push up to that point first and then go down? Or is the market going to respect this line and start to go down right now. That part we don't know. So what we are going to do is we are going to just look for a reversal pattern, and if the market reverses right here, then we're going to sell it. If it doesn't reverse it, then we're going to allow it to go up to this red line here that will act as resistance, and then we're going to sell it. So if it goes up, we're going to allow it to go up for about 300 and call it 80 pips, 90 pips, and then we're going to look to sell it and stuff like that. We're going to see what the market does first, because it has every reason to go down now, and at the same time it still could go up first before going down, right? I am already selling it because I believe that it is going to go down now. And then if I bring in one of my favorite indicators that I really only use on high time frames, I'm gonna see here that I am in the sell zone. The market have exhausted itself. This market has already gone up a whopping 700-800 pips, and so the most logical thing for it to do now is to fall. So I'm going to expect it to start falling now. So that's one trade setup. Another trade setup is the pound, the Great British Pound versus Australian US, the Australian dollar, sorry. Now, oftentimes before I trade, I just look to see what the market has already been doing. And oftentimes you just bring in a line. And if I bring in a line right here, I will see something most interesting. So the market likes to do the same thing around the same price point. I'm going to switch this to the weekly so I can see it a little bit more clearer. Whenever the market comes to this line, it U-turns. Okay, so back in, let's see, back in March of this month, the market came up to this line and it fell, came back up to the line, and now we're going to expect it is already started to fall. Actually, it came up to the line and then it fell 430 pips, right? Last week. So whenever the market comes to this line, it falls. Whenever the market was above the line and comes to it, it went up, right? And you see that this pattern repeats itself. It goes up. So all I am going to look to do is to look to sell it, because that's what the market been doing historically, all the way back from 2009, right? Whenever the market comes to this line, it U-turns. If it is below the line, it falls. If it is above the line, it goes up, it rallies. So until it breaks through the line, then you have no choice but to expect it to U-turn. For instance, when it broke through the line here, goes up, it broke through the line, it came back down to test it, you buy, right? Because this line is like a magnet. It is a pivot. The market respects this line, and so we're there again. It has already started to fall, and I've already started to make money from this pair. Now I'm going to now go, so what you want to do, you want to focus on selling the pound Australian dollar, and you want to look to sell the pound Japanese yen. Alright, where we're going to sell it to? Well, if you look a closer, I want to show you something. Sometimes it's just a matter of being able to see these things. I'm going to bring in a rectangle and I'm going to just highlight something to you. Alright, I'm going to just point out something to you. Long term, this is what you would look to do. The market is in this consolidation. It goes up here, comes back down, goes back up. So if you just simply had bought the market down at the bottom, you'd have made money. And if you sell the market at the top, you're expected to make money. And if you lose, you lose. But you cannot trade what you don't see. You have to trade what you do see. And the market is operating in this channel right here. It goes up. Change this color. It goes up. And it comes down. And it goes back up. And we're going to expect it to come down. Right? So that's what we're going to expect here. So that's the pound versus the Australian dollar. Okay, now quick update on my performance. So this is my FX book. It is third party verified, right? It is connected to my trading account. Now, right? The last time we did an update, we were about, it was June, right? So August I did 2.62%. September is about to close, and the 3%. And in July I did 11%. Now, nothing moves in a straight line. Even my account moves in waves, and so as you can see, it was decreasing. Over the last 2 months, though, I was quite busy. And so I wasn't placing a lot of trades as before. And then also, I've been realizing that there is a easier way for me to trade. So I've been kind of spending some time studying that, practicing on that. So I really slowed down my trading because I'm going to look into implement a strategy that can help me to focus on the pairs that are moving in the market. And so I can grab a hold of those pairs. So I'm expecting over the next 3 months, definitely this will be going up. There are some very, very nice market conditions, and I'm expecting this to just go up very, very nicely. I understand. We're going to definitely be doing over 10%. That is my aim for the next few months. We'll probably even get some good higher percentages in, but if I can do 10%, I'm very good with that. So the truth also is that I've completed 1 full year of trading without having a losing month. I've completed 1 full year of trading without having a losing month. From October of last year to September of this year is 1 full month of trading without a losing month. I don't know why this thing is taking so long to load. I don't know what the deal is. Wanted to show that to you. But while that is loading, right, performance continues to remain. I'm still over 100% gain. As you can see, this year alone, I did over 100%. I'm winning 80% of my trades this year, and in September, I won 70% of my trades. But as you can see, I only placed 10 trades. So my trading has really slowed down because I've been really busy focusing on some other stuff, right? So 426 pips with only 10 trades, doing 70% performance for the month of September. But we're expecting this to continue to maintain. Remember that we are after consistent gains. We're not trying to do 80% and then can do 80% again. We understand what we are interested in is an investment. Consistent, steady growth is what we are interested in doing, right? And so that's what I'm after. My retirement plan is still in place to be able to retire in the next 8 years. That is the goal. And all I need to do is to consistently do 5% a month. Now, there are times that we won't do 5% a month. So from October of last year to September of this year is one full year, and I have not had a losing month. So that's my current track record. Now, we thank God for times when we're able to do 20% and 17% and stuff like that, because when we don't do the 5%, months like those cover the low periods. But we're still on track, we're still on par. My retirement plan actually started in May, right? And so I'm continuing to maintain that. As I said before, I did pull some money from my account because I was way ahead of schedule still yet, and there's some things that I needed to take care of. So I just pulled money. You know, what's the point of just making the money and not using it and enjoying it? So we have to enjoy it while we're making it. Alright, so I just wanted to give that update. Definitely, I won't allow 3 months to pass again before I give you another update. So stay tuned. Continue to watch. Continue to prepare yourself. You will have an opportunity in the early part of next year to learn what I am doing. Right? So prepare yourself for that. Right? The Lord bless you, and remember, it is He that gives you the power to make wealth.